Alrighty, hey again everyone. Finally back with some more Minecraft. Sorry a little late today. I still get used to a schedule and then also had to fix up some stuff with my trailer, so it ran a little bit longer than I thought, but we're finally back. We're currently on day 251, and last time we did a little bit of mining to get a little bit of cobbled deep slate, so we've got about 4.5, 5 hours to keep on mining and get a lot more crap, and we need a lot of it. So there's nothing else to do but to just pop on down into the world and keep digging out that really big hole we were working on. That'll help us get some more deep slate, and that'll also allow us to build up the rest of our outer wall of deep slate. It's going to take some time regardless, so might as well get to it. I'm pretty confident I can get the deep slate layer done today, and then the initial grass / moss layer that I want to have as well. So that way I can get that done, and then I might have enough cobblestone and tuff for the remainder, so we'll see what happens, but for now, let's just keep it simple and place down our good old shulker boxes like so, and just start mining. That's what today is going to be, by the way, is a crap ton of mining. There's no way around it, unfortunately, but it is good to do. And we'll get some nice stuff out of it, so it is worth it. We only need 2 shulker boxes of deep slate here, and then we'll have enough to finish building up that circle, so it actually shouldn't take too long. And so many tough patches I hit, I guess, but that's alright. I can still use the tuff too for the cobblestone layer, so that's all good. Or for their tough bricks too, either way. Tuff's a pretty nice block you can work with. We're going to grab that redstone, of course, too, because we're definitely going to want a lot of it. And I guess, while we got time to talk, I'm trying to think about what farm I really want to build first once I kind of get the whole base done, or at least like the shell of it. So I don't even know if I necessarily want to do a farm first and instead just probably focus on storage and decorating, or at least mapping out a couple things. So I think what I'll probably end up having to do is I'll have to map out how many different farms I plan on making, and then just kind of build around that a little bit more. It's still fairly up in the air exactly how much I want to deal with, so whoops, grabbed the wrong thing there. And we'll free up a little bit more space in our inventory and keep on mining. But yeah, farms that I can build first that are independent of my base because they physically have to be, right? Because there's no way around it. I think a gas farm would be a good one first. Gets us our gunpowder, which means if we have a bunch of gunpowder, we can make a bunch of fireworks, and we can use our elytra a lot more often. Because right now it's very limited for the time being. And then outside of that, let's see here. We've got a gold farm and a bartering farm we could build because those are independent of my base to an extent. I'll have to keep in mind how portal travel will work with all of the piglins, or the zombie pigmen rather. Plus, there's a good chance I probably won't be able to build it right over my base or nothing, considering it's biome dependent, right? So it's really just going to depend where in the world we can make a good, zombie pigment farm, get a good gold farm going, and then we can kind of figure it out from there. We'll fill that in. But for now, we're just focused on digging, not too much more than that, luckily. see what it takes to build a gas farm, because I know it shouldn't be too bad to do. I just want like a nether side one. I don't really need it to go to the overworld or nothing, so it should be okay. I mean, even if it's just a safe platform, I guess, to spawn a bunch of gas in a closed-in area, that would probably be useful, you know? Check YouTube real quick while I'm still thinking about it. Let's see if ENX04 has a gas farm yet. Considering there is a one for a fix, it looks like he does. And his is portal based. Xbox Game Pass, how about you shut the hell up? Yeah, I could probably build Ian's farm. Yes. We'll save it for another day, but I guess I will build Ian's farm that relies on nether portal stuff, it looks like. Something we haven't built before yet either, so it'll be interesting to see if and how this stuff even works. Alright, cool. Well, we'll probably build Ian's farm when we get to that, but we're not there yet, so we ain't gotta worry about it. But that'll get us a good little gas farm that we can do, and oh, hey, diamonds. And then we will hopefully be able to get some gunpowder and gas tiers going. Get some other stuff done. But yeah, we'll get that one built at some point. It'll require a lot of obsidian, so we'll have to make a trip to the end to get a hold of some obsidian from the pillars, so that'll take a little bit, but that's alright. I use the really big one, it requires like 30 portals worth of obsidian, so it ends up being like a lot more. So may be there for a while just mining obsidian to get enough for the farm. Which is a little lame, but you know, that's alright. Yeah, either way, we still got a lot of digging to do, and then luckily I can place all the cobble beeps laid down a lot faster since I figured out that, hey, I can change my keybinds so it'll actually place faster. Don't know why it took me years to remember that I could do that, but it's something that can be done. But yeah, as for stuff that we want to build, again, we got our gas farm, gold farm, and our bartering farm extension part. We'll have all of that. I'm trying to think of where we would slot in like an automatic bamboo farm, because it still needs to be fairly close by. Maybe not. Does it need to be that close by anymore? I don't think it does. Probably have one far down in the world like this. I don't know, I'll have to see, but we'll have to build an automatic bamboo farm and then have a crafter system with it too, because we basically just want a crap ton of bamboo for general purpose wood and all that kind of stuff that we can just farm, so we have to make sure we can get a hold of that. Which again, that shouldn't be too bad. It's just some slime block flying machines and things like that. Which also means that we need to actually design the slime portion of our XP farm. So we need to design the whole thing, which means we need like a wither chamber in the overworld, and we need to build a cobblestone generator, basalt generator, and then build a couple other things around it too. So, because again, that silverfish farm that we have is also going to double, I guess quadruple, quintuple, as an XP farm, slime farm, wither rose farm, cobblestone farm, and basalt farm, because we can farm everything with it. Since we'll have like a controlled spot where we can shoot wither skulls from a wither too. That's kind of what we're aiming for, at least. Hopefully I can keep them contained. I haven't had to do it before yet, so I'm a little nervous with doing that, but we got another chunk dug out, and we're actually running out of space here. So let's go ahead and downfall that way, like so. Yeah, we're doing alright. Got about half a shulker box from the little bit of time I was working. It's not too bad. Yeah, hollowing out an entire set of chunks is definitely going to take a lot of time no matter what, so that'll be fun to get all that done. Luckily, since we're near a cave with this, at least part of it should be open air in like Ancient City that we can destroy, so it'll be a lot quicker because it's not completely solid the whole way through. Still, it's just a little dicey though, since it's still near Ancient City, of course, but we ain't gotta worry about that at least. I think I might actually take some time to move the beacon down here somewhere, because it really would be that much faster if I could just have a spot where I don't have to worry too much about it. And I think what we'll do is put it here. Now we'll move it over a little bit more. Okay, there we go. We'll go ahead and drop all this off. Come on now. There we go. That took so long. Let's go ahead and drop that off, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna dig a hole straight through here. Alright, we need to write down our chords that we're looking at so we know where to dig to. So we're gonna do negative 24034, negative 51, negative 866. And that's where our central beacon beam is going to go. And it's good to get it moved below ground for now anyways too, so we may as well. I think we're overdue for it. Go ahead and take some of our extra iron too. Because the fact that we'll be able to insta-mine all that tough is really useful, so that's why want to take the extra time to actually move it below ground a little bit. Certainly do take a little while to move, but you know, it's 2 minutes of time, it ain't that big a deal, so we're only moving it like 3 feet away, so it ain't too bad. Day 252 as well, so we're getting on up there. Quarter of the way there to 1,000. I should definitely have my base done by day 1000. That's at least what I'm planning on. Especially since we don't have to build terrain around it like we had to do in the other world, so that one was getting really tough for that exact reason, unfortunately. There we go. That's our full beacon. And we still have some leftover iron. Perfect. Alright, let's take a look at those chords. What are we looking for? 24034, negative 866. Right here. Make sure to put some glass in it as well. And we're going to have a water bucket and an ender pearl, just in case. In case we either need to make a quick bail or we fall down into a larger cave that we can't do anything with. I would rather not try to switch to an elytra and glide because there's a good chance that I do switch to the elytra, but I don't like cancel my momentum hard enough so I lose all the extra benefit of having a chest plate with protection for it, you know? Which honestly ends up being more dangerous, so keep it simple for now. The most we should fall at this point is like 70 blocks, so shouldn't be too bad. And this isn't over the ancient city either, so we don't have to worry about tunneling into that, so that should be okay. Another 50 blocks to go, and then we'll place down our shulker boxes and get all this fixed up. Almost there. Perfect. Very good. Alright. Let's go ahead and pack everything away here real quick. Put that back with me. Stuff again, so let's go ahead and tuck all this good old stuff away, like so. Get going. Do a little something like that, because what that'll do is that'll give me a little bit of extra insurance in case I fuck up somehow. Just so that way, in case we don't place that glass, or as we're trying to place the glass we fall, we got some water to land on, so. Go, get in there. you know, I was thinking about replacing the diamond tip with iron, but honestly, we're doing fine enough on them, and I don't plan on building like a diamond beacon or anything anytime soon. If I do, then they're an easy swap, so that's alright. Alright. There's two. There we go. And real quick, a quick run up to the surface and go get all this done. Alrighty. The Tobal. Levon Games. That is a good point. That is true, Tobal. I forgot what I was doing. I guess I'll empty this out real quick. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Couple of extra diamonds, and I should probably go fix that up soon too. But I ain't gotta worry about that. Oh, glass. Right. I got a little bit of glass left. We'll do 3 layers, so it's extra unlikely that I fucking die. There we go. Cool, we got our little beacon going all the way down to the bottom of the world. That'll get us some haste too, and then that should make mining out all the extra tuff that we're gonna need that much easier. So, a little bit to do. And, you know, we'll work on our storage some other time. I ain't too worried about it. The Bronze Age. But now he is bronzing it. Look at my evil base. Look at it go. We'll use some fireworks. I kind of want to see what it's cooking for now. Building a big birthday cake, basically. My game does not like me flying right now because I have too high of a render distance, so... But yeah, we're basically going to be building a massive base inside of like this 3-layer birthday cake, for lack of a better term. And we're going to fit all of our different farms and stuff in it because it's designed in a way that'll let me AFK at every farm, which will be pretty cool. Beacon pedestal and netherite that extends to bedrock top of the world. I'm thinking about it, but you know, it might be a day or two before I like can finish that, so it might take a little bit, but that should be fine. And just build the netherite farm, stupid, duh. But no. Yeah, we have a crap ton of deep we need to go mine, so that's gonna be fun. And I've got like 5 whole chunks I need to carve out too to boot, so this might take a little while. But it'll be fine. We got haste now going through everything. This should be good. I've actually got a pretty base for once too, and I'm trying to actually keep it that way while I still can, so pretty cool. I have maybe once in a blue moon, but honestly I'm less used to the modded gates like opening up like that than I am with like vanilla gates only opening one at a time. So I tend not to do it too much. I do want to replace them with doors though at some point, but I'm not quite there yet, so I'm not worried too much about it. And already, even with just the deep slate, having this haste 2 beacon does help out a nice little bit, so... It's a shame we'll never be able to insta-mine it for a while, but... Maybe one day, if they ever decide to add another beacon tier and get haste 3, then, you know... Haste 3 would actually let you insta-mine combo deep slate. Yeah, if you had like a haste 3 netherite pickaxe with efficiency 5, you could mine cobble deep slate, that would be really cool. Or insta-mine regular deep slate. And then it would let you insta-mine cobblestone, but not cobble deep slate. That would actually be really neat. I want like little bits of quality of life like that. Yep, and that's why I wanted this as well, because this will definitely speed up the process. Good luck with chores. Remember to do your chores before I get you. Unfinished basement, I wouldn't know anything about those. Yep, nothing at all. Torches down and those away before I forget. Thankfully, since this is near the tip of the ancient city, we actually should be pretty well off here. All things considered. We've already done a lot of excavation work, so there shouldn't really be any shriekers nearby for us to worry about, so that'll be nice. We're doing pretty good. Got half a chunk dug. Both 50 today, huh? I was planning on going to go get my car fixed, but I just paid my rent today, and because it's my first month rent, it's also a security deposit, so I paid like $2,100 and a one-time admin fee, so that didn't help me much neither. But either way, we got everything paid, and we're able to breathe a little bit more for now. Well, actually not quite. I still actually owe $540 for my car payment, but I'm waiting on my mom to get some cash because she still owes me, and I'm basically waiting until like Monday or Tuesday for her to get that cash, and then I can go ahead and pay off my car payment, and then I pretty much should be fine from there. So it'll be tight just for a little bit longer though, since I still do have to. I do have a couple other things I do need to worry about. So, but once I'm done with the month, I'll have like an extra $2,000 like left over. So actually, I think it'll be closer to $3,000 as long as I stick to my budget well. So that'll be fine. And then with that $3,000, I'll save probably about $1,000 in cash for some of my other bills, and then the other $2,000 will pay off like a good chunk of my smaller credit cards. I can pay off my main credit card that I use for my groceries, the other $500 one that I use to pay part of my rent, and then I can pay off parts of the other two. So that way I have two free and clear credit cards that I can use. I can keep their interest down, and then I can start working towards the other larger ones. And then I'll have enough credit left for groceries and things like that for the rest of the time, and I should be in a pretty good spot. So yeah, that'll be pretty good. And I'm trying to keep smaller things to certain credit cards and then bigger bills on another credit card that I have, especially my rent, because this new credit card I got gives me double points for staying in any travel lodgings, and since my RV place counts as a travel lodging, I get 2% cash back on it. And I'll have to double check my invoice depending on how big the credit card processing fee is, but if it's less than 2%, then whatever the difference is, I'll get to keep and extra rewards points that I get from my bank. So that's pretty good. Good little way to just make a little bit of free money off of that. And it helps to build my credit too, since I'll be using it more than I would have otherwise. Hey, we got some extra diamonds as well, neat. We'll finish mining out this chunk if we have the durability for it, which we oughta. And we will go ahead and get our tools all fixed up too. The silverfish farm. There we go. Alright, so that is another chunk all done. Still got plenty to go through though, but at least gets us some amount of progress. And we got a full shulker box of apple campsites. So hey, that's pretty good. Not to mention some extra diamonds too. Can't forget about those. Go ahead and pop on up into surface and go get some XP. We'll go fix up all of our tools while we're up there, so that ought to be good. And let's go ahead and dump all that away. We're almost at half a stack of diamond blocks, so we are doing pretty damn good on that front. That is pretty interesting to see. Alright, let's go ahead F3G to hide our chunk borders. There we go. See how high left we still have to build. But we ought to be okay for now. Hit F3B though to look out for hitboxes. Luckily we ought to be okay, but let's take a quick pit stop and check on the bees while we're up here. These guys have made quite a bit of honey. We needn't worry about the honey for now, we need no more bees. We still have some empty nests. Alright, let's see here. 5, 0. So these ones that have zeros, no bees have moved into yet at all, because otherwise they'd have some amount of honey. So yeah, we'll go ahead and let these guys breed and do their thing. We'll have to make sure to pop on through here and harvest some of these at some point, but not too desperate for them, so that's okay. Look like they're going into some new highs at least. It's a little hard to tell though, depth perception wise, but they're out there hanging around. That's all good. Got our sugar cane, of course. And of course, we've got our little XP farm. It has and will continue to serve me very well. And put that in the right spot, did I? There we go, that's what we wanted. Very nice. How we doing? We got a full bucket almost there, full dispenser. There we go. And we'll keep going until like our XP bar is full too, or at least until the potion's worn out. In the meantime, it gives me some time to rest a little bit and drink some stuff, so. And everything's all fixed up, including our light track. There we go. Alright, and in the meantime, let's go ahead, make sure we got all our tools all moved around here. There we go. To decorate the ceiling a little bit too. I'm thinking we'll have some like arches as supporting bits that'll kind of go through, and then with those we can actually make a pretty cool little place. Hey, we got level 30 out of this. Neat. Looks like our effect wore off too. Where's the little man? He's sleeping on the floor. Ain't that right, Georgie? Look at him go. Hey, buddy. My sister Shadow sleeping near the window, looking out at the sun. She's a little guy. I got 2 cats. They're very cool. I love them a bunch. Up to 35. Pretty good. Should be running out of silverfish to kill here very soon, so... Indeed we are. There we go. Level 37, basically 38 out of all of that. That's pretty good. That is pretty damn good. And we can go ahead and go ahead and harvest our melons that we got here. There we go. Do for harvesting those. Crafting table, fine. Go ahead and turn these into melon blocks. There we go. Places our extra bone meal, our extra melon seeds too. And we can go ahead and just pop on in here real quick and bone meal the rest of these. We'll include our melon and pumpkin farm very nicely. There we go. That's all good. Throw all that away. And yeah, we should be getting back to business here. So let's go ahead and hop on down into the world and keep on mining some cobble slate. It's only been a mere 40 minutes too, so we've already gotten quite a lot done in this little bit of time here, which is pretty nice. Already 1 o'clock though, which damn, time's going by pretty fast today. Although I actually did for once get all my chores done early in the morning. You know, ever since I got this job, I finally have actually had motivation to get up and do stuff a little bit more. You know, I've actually been able to stick to a schedule, and actually do stuff that makes me happy, versus just barely having enough energy to get up out of bed at like 4 in the afternoon. So it has honestly been a godsend that I got this new job, and I'm very glad I have it. So. We got more digging to do here. Go. Then we just gotta find a straight line out of here. That'll get us out to the other side. Hey, we got another gold deposit. Good. Still need all the gold I can get a hold of, you know? have to make sure we can brew enough of those splash potions in Infestation too, because we can get stone in super easy big amounts. We can get glass now in very big amounts very easily thanks to our villager trading hall. And then blaze powder and blaze rods, obviously, we can get a lot of, and we already do have a lot of because of our blaze farm. And then the only thing that we're bottlenecked on right now is gunpowder, because of course we are. So we'll have to make sure that when we build that ghast farm, we get to build that before we start hitting that kind of critical mass. And, you know, I can always take a night or two to go out in the world and go kill creepers, so it's not like I have to, you know, just wait until I build a gunpowder farm either. I can actually do something about it early, so, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, though. I'm not too worried about it for now. Much gold. Wow, we got 51 gold out of all of that. That is pretty nice. You still need a ton for golden apples, so I'm glad I got all that. Game's a lot more enjoyable too when you don't rush super hard to make a bunch of automatic farms, you know. You can still do big projects without having to do automated farms. It's just, once you get automated farms, you can do even bigger projects and do a ton of different things, but, you know, it's nothing we need to do yet. Because again, too, actually having to get material kind of helps us rein it in a little bit more, since we don't feel like we have infinite material to pull from. It's all very finite, limited, you know. We get to work to get it. Not to say we won't try and farm, like, literally everything at some point, believe me, we will, but we don't need to rush so fast into that yet, so... That's why, too, even though I could, and I probably should, I haven't gone out and got any netherite yet. You know, I did try looking for that, Bastion yesterday. Not yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, because yesterday was Friday. But I couldn't, unfortunately, find any, because they fucking suck. So, yeah, very cool. Fairly low on space here, so we'll have to make sure we dump everything away here in a moment. Go ahead and handle that now. There we go. Nice and easy. Damn, it's cool. Hit everything in G as well. So this will actually be the start of our 3x3, or like the other corner of it, and then we only need to just mine out, I think, 3 more chunks, and then we'll have our 3x3 chunks done. Goal is a 5x5 though, so, and this just gets us harder borders that we can stick to, so it's not even like the full thing necessarily. Diamonds out of that, got 18 from 8, it's pretty solid. them in the pile, you know? Maybe get to a point where we can start using them as decoration, or at least get, like, seriously within striking distance of a diamond beacon, which would be very interesting if we could do that. Never done it before, so that'd be cool. Not going for a netherite beacon, though. That's just, ooh, that one would take way too long, and since I don't want to use, like, quarry mining or anything like that, you know, the only way to use explosions is either bed mining or just using a bunch of old-fashioned TNT mining, which I don't necessarily want to do that either, so... Building. There we go. And, yeah, we're getting there, so... A little too fast with this haze, but that's alright. That'll just make the layers above a lot easier to mine too, since there's some tuff embedded in here. It's always nice to find. Again, those tuff bricks are really pretty, so if I get to keep using them in the future, really ought to be able to. But polished tuff looks really nice for a lot of like sewery, like dungeony, grimy kind of, not really grimy, but like clean stone, you know? It's a clean, very nice stone color and texture, and I really want to use that down here once we get down deep enough. Because your deep slates are dark enough to be more of your actual like dungeony, like serious areas, right? But because your polished tufts are a little bit brighter, you can actually use them for a bit more infrastructure, and it feels a little bit more inviting compared to how dark deep slate can get. So, and they should work really well with each other too, I'm sure. But I haven't gotten that far yet, of course. Like that. So let's go ahead and drop all this off again. It should get us our second box, if not, it's very close. Yep, pretty close, good. That gets us another chunk done. But not like a full chunk, obviously, but enough for me to be pretty happy with this. And some good progress we're making here. And for now, that's enough deep slate for us to bring up our boxes up to the surface. And we'll start placing in what we got. Yeah, let's go ahead and sleep real quick. Go. Tuck our boxes away into here and load up on whatever we can. And we'll go ahead and climb up our scaffolding. Hit F3 and B to show our hitboxes because we do need to keep an eye out for any hostile mobs out around here, but we gotta be okay by the looks of it. And let's go ahead and change up our keybinds real quick. So we got a keybind, we go there, go to our place block, boop, that's it, we're done. That's all it took. And now we can go ahead and hold the C button. Okay. Why we not want to hold things down properly? Okay, so for some reason it is not wanting to do this for me. There we go. How the hell did I manage to do that? Why is it not consistent? Come on. Let me try a different button too. A side button I like using. Okay, what the hell, man? How the hell did I do that? Let me see something here real quick. I'm gonna Google this because this feels wrong. There has to be like a method to doing it. So does having it set to toggle? Sneak toggle. Okay. We're gonna try this. Not sneak toggle. Maybe if I go back to try Z, and I'll try Z. Alright, that was a little weird. Looks like changing it to, because I had a side mouse button on my keyboard that I was using to do this, but looks like changing it to Z seems to work out a little bit better. Only sometimes though, again. What the fuck is going on? Come on. Okay, so if I hold W first and then I hit the button, it seems to work a lot better. Which is very weird. So I guess there is some kind of like order of operations that has to go in. Yeah, see, I was holding W first that time and then I started doing it. Now that my flow got interrupted, I let go of it. Now it doesn't like it as much. So now that I know what's doing that, we'll go ahead and rebind stuff. Let's see if it works on like a physical mouse button again. Nope, so since that's tied to the mouse, that one's not going to work then. I'll do keybinds. Do I have anything I can reach comfortably? Like a thumb. I guess C I can reach comfortably enough. Fine, we'll do C. There we go, fine. Seems like if I hit another key on my keyboard, it doesn't like it too much either. So if I hit like, if I A on my keyboard to go like sideways to get like a diagonal like speed boost, right? Fucks with it, so a bit annoying, but I get it, I guess. I'm certainly making a lot of mistakes though. Deep sleep. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of go around the sides here real quick and pick up some of the leftovers that we have laying around. Yeah. Alright, forgot I changed my keybinds again. Whoops. Alright, that'll be another full shulker box there. Good. I keep doing that. I think I'm ever gonna learn. That's alright. It is a little tough to be fair considering we're going over diagonal, so I guess it's to be expected, but still doesn't make it any less annoying. There we go. Go ahead and head off back down real quick. Just crossed the hour mark as well, so within an hour we mined 2 shulker boxes of cobble deep slate and basically placed down 2 whole shulker boxes worth of it. It is pretty good, you know. Can't complain too much about rates like that. Look like they're doing well. All the cobble deep slate that we have here real quick, then go sleep in the bed. Ready to do with that. Whoops. Alright, and then while we're down here too, let's go ahead. Oh, right, I left it down below. Never mind. I was gonna say let's go smelt our gold, but I left it in the shulker box down below, and I'm not going back down there to go get that. So we're just gonna act like I didn't mention it, and yeah. Right, let's get more deep slate. Yeah, let's also switch out some of our lights right here. Better safe than sorry, something like this, so. It's been like 10 blocks of the gold in it too, so that's pretty good. Also take some time to go pick up some moss. Do that after we finish placing in this whole ring. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill in like the inner like donut basically with moss. Because it'll be green from both sides. So it'll be green from the top and it'll be green from the bottom, and it looks cool. And it sticks out a little bit better compared to grass in these biomes too, so that's always nice to have. Sure that it's there, like so. Forgot I had toggle sneak and that hold sneak, so whoops. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and load up on a little bit more cobble deep slate here. Just real quick. Extra reserves. There we go. Yep, we're almost at the top. Cool. Go ahead and get on up here. Sticks here. Got the piece fixed up. There we go. Very close. be the last of our deep slate for now. Probably, almost definitely won't be enough to finish it, but we can pop back down into the world and go get some more, so... Or alternatively, we can keep taking stuff from the base, but honestly, I would rather just mine it, and then I can save, you know, mine 2 shulker boxes again. You get 1 shulker box for the rest of the circle, and then you get the other shulker box for actual, like, later use, so that works out in the end. Now we got 2 more stacks left. Yeah. Place in the remainder that we have, and it's done. And yeah, you can see we're pretty much done. Alright, let's go ahead and fix up our keybind real quick. Whoops. Sneak is hold, keybind. Go. Quick. And we just have to do some more mining. Go, made it on down. Let's have a little bit with us over to here, so that way we're a little bit closer. And we can get back to mining. Show our chunk borders here, so that way we can start marking all this out. Hey, and we got some gold too. Nice. Diamonds too, very nice. Some redstone. Won't pass up on that either. Seven diamonds out of 3. Not too bad. gold ore up top as well that we're going to go ahead and snag. That is our fortune house, that's good. Got some extra lapis too, haven't had any of that in a while. And some diamonds again, nice. Just a little vain of it though, but you know, it's fine. Free diamonds are free diamonds after all. Might as well take them. We are running low on inventory here, so let's go ahead and fix that up real quick. Stone, gold, diamond, lapis. Turn everything to blocks as best we can. Here we go. We got 16 lapis from one bit of ore. It's pretty nice. Fortune 3 is really good here. I mean, Fortune 3 is always good, but you know, it's extra good there. Again, we could always use like a world eater or a quarry for this kind of stuff, but no, that's kind of lame. And also, again, you know how I feel about that. It's just a little bit too out there, glitch-wise or exploit-wise, for me to think it's okay, you know? Breaking a piece of bedrock to make it easier to get up and down between the nether roof is one thing, but you know, when you start getting into like duping of any kind, whether it's TNT duping or gravity block duping, then we start getting into like weirdo territory where it's like, you're still making something out of nothing, and that's just weird. Oh, not that it's weird, I guess, but that's just not particularly right in my eyes. I guess it's the phrasing I'm looking for a little bit more, but who knows. Built a duper once ever, and it didn't particularly help me out much because I would have to keep rebuilding them, so that was to remove all of the cobblestone in my old hardcore world, all the cobblestone pillars that I had made without lava cast, so, and because it's cobblestone, it has such a high blast resistance that it just wasn't worth it, so, and since they were hollow on the inside too, that was the big thing. So you couldn't even effectively like place TNT or you dupe it in there because of just how hollow it was. So then all the extra little scraggly bits that you had left over didn't make things any easier either. So not cool. Good here. Almost got another chunk all dug out. Yeah, I was gonna say let's go ahead and condense all those, but I don't quite have the space for them. Now we do. And let's go ahead and get all that tucked away, nice and neat. Good. Go. This little chunk left before we're done with yet another chunk. Go, we got yet another chunk done. this out too, we'll come across a little bit more diamonds. So excuse me. 50 right now. Record this for now. See while we're at it, the timing, because we pretty much ran out of space there. Diamonds, cool. Take some of those. Is that? Nope, that's just skulk on it. Okay, I thought that was skulk over diamond ore, because it's hard to tell sometimes. But no, it's just regular skulk over regular deep slate. That's alright. finish mining out this chunk, and then we'll go ahead and use our remaining cobble deep slate to finish up the wall, and then we'll go get some moss. If I remember where to find any, that's kind of going to be the tough part. We have a dedicated spot to get moss anywhere, now that I think about it. And I have some moss, and I can, like, use bone meal to get some bits, but it relies on bone meal, then that's just, I'd rather go find a lush cave and go get a ton of moss that way, so searching for a while. Here. Alright, let's go ahead and dump some of this away real quick. Block a diamond there, that's good. Alright, that got us yet another chunk dug out. That's good. Getting there. And we'll go ahead and just take this box with us real quick, and we're going to go ahead and take some of this with us too. Do some organizing while we're down here, like so. Extra everything. There we go. There we go. Good. Alright, see if we can sleep. Nope, not at all. Phoenix, how you doing? It's been a while. Doing a bunch of building. A little bit too much building, but building all the same. Let's see here. Let's get our keybind. Oops. One. Toggle, keybinds, that. See, there we go. We're up to build. Yeah, it's been a hot minute. I'm finally streaming pretty consistently again, so that's probably gonna keep happening. And I stream a lot earlier on Saturdays too, to be fair, because usually on weekdays I try to stream at like 7 p.m. Eastern, so quite a bit later. Go ahead and start getting all this place down. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I got a new job, making a lot more money, better benefits, better time, better everything, and then I'm living in a newer place where, like, I'm still living in a trailer, but it's a very nice trailer in a much nicer spot for the same rent that I was paying before. And now I'm closer to my job too, so I don't even have to spend that much time, gas, or money anymore going to work. And that's helped out a bunch. And I actually get an hour lunch break every day now instead of, like, no lunch break, so I'm actually able to eat a little bit more finally. And I'm like 5 minutes from the mall or something, and a whole bunch of restaurants too, so that's pretty cool. So I can actually go out and get a bunch of different food for lunch too when I'm at work, and it's nice. It's very nice. Gonna get that put down. There we go. It's definitely helped me relax a little bit more too, so it's been pretty good. Still a little stressed though, since I'm basically out of money right now, but I am working on that. And I think once I'm done for the month too, with getting my next paycheck and all that, I should be back on track to comfortably be able to afford everything again, and then I can actually have a savings account this time, so that'll be nice. And then probably within about a year or so, I should start earning real estate commission money too with my mom. So that'll be extra money for me to have, and that'll be very cool. So on the home stretch here with our deep slate. Oh yeah, now I'm giving myself plenty of rest. It was a lot tougher before when I didn't have that job, but now I've got a nicer one, and now they only want me to do one job instead of like 2 jobs in 2 different fields. That was the main thing in my old place, was I was having to learn 2 different fields and be responsible for both of them. So that was way tougher, because you can only learn so much so fast, you know. But let's see what we got here. More cobble deep slate. There we go. Should be just about enough to get this done. That's alright. Be an easy thing to fix. again. Just trace this the whole way around, because why not? Make a pit stop down below too after we finish tracing this to go pick up the rest of our deep slate, and then that will officially get this first layer of our base done. And then we need to head out into the world and go get a bunch of moss, so that way we can work on the second layer. There we go. Gotta climb on back up here. Pop our bed out here too real quick to sleep, since I don't want to go down to my main bed real quick. Especially since I'm already up here, you know. There we go. Cool. Right, and then we just have this little section left to do. And we did it. So we built a 50 block high cobbled deep slate wall for the first layer of our base. So pretty big, should give us a ton of space to start working with. And then we need to go get our moss. Start getting all of that worked out as well. There we go. And scaffolding. I think it's thunderstorm. Let's go ahead and place this 50 back. Take that with us, and then we're gonna go out into the world and see if we can find a lush cave. Trying to think. I feel like I know I've seen one, but the problem is the only one I know I've seen is at like 0-0. So we're gonna head down to 0-0 through the nether, see if we can find an azalea tree through there. But I know I've gotten a hold of some. Paradise, End Gateway, and Trading Hall, and then actually now the End Gateway is here. It's like they come back here with some end stone and touch up the corners, but they gotta work that for that. We got 3,000 blocks we gotta travel, so let's get to it fast here. What biome we're in as well. Oh, Delta. Should be able to tell by the color of the sky too, but it's a little annoying. Almost at 0, 0 portal, so we should be popping over here in a moment. Here we go. Nice and quick, right? I know it took a couple hours to build it, but it is so nice. Oh, I didn't see those ridiculous. I get paid, I think, and this is after tax. I get paid like $18.70 every 2 weeks, so $9.35 a week after tax, and then all my bills put together about $3,000 after I start paying my own car payment, all that kind of stuff again. So yeah, I can put away about $600 to $1,000 depending on how much I'm willing to spend and deviate from my budget and all that kind of stuff. That's a pretty fair amount, you know. It actually affords for some nice things, and I can actually save my money and actually save up for vacation and have a nest egg and all this kind of stuff too. And that's without my real estate commission money I'll be earning probably about a year or so. That'll be an extra couple grand a year, I'm hoping at least. That'll pay for like vacations and just having like a solid emergency fund. At least that's the plan for it. And where have I seen an azalea tree? I know I've seen one. Seen it while going through the spruce forest before. I was trying to get to that stronghold, but I never ended up finding it, unfortunately. It did exist here. Yeah, we might have a hard time for a little while here. Oh, we got a good old elytra and just a small handful of fireworks, so build up a little bit. Yeah, luckily they ought to stick out like a sore thumb to some extent, considering the color of their leaves is different. If we can find one out in this area. Quickly out here too, since it's a bit of a shorter area to be in. Ah, there we go. Perfect. That's a nice thing about spruce forest. This will help us a bunch here. And we can also build another portal here too when we head back to base. So let's go ahead. Target a nice little block here. Lush Cave is going to be at negative 159, 532. There we go. And what we're going to go ahead and do is cut down some trees here that are nearby. And we're going to put a crafting table down right here with a torch. Go ahead and make some sticks. safe enough at least. Too shy of one ladder, but annoying, but that's why we also bring extra stuff with us. Yeah, 15 more ladders, that should be plenty. Frickin' better be. Alright, well, let's head back up to the surface and go get some more sticks and ladders, I guess. Definitely need them, apparently. This should definitely make enough ladders. It's almost a full stack, so go ahead and sleep here real quick. Go. And go ahead and pop on down. Up on the deep slate layers here very soon too. Oh, we just found some clay. Perfect. I missed it a bit there. Looks like we're fairly safe, so that's good. Finally get some mobs and copper armor. And we got a mine shaft nearby. Go ahead and get out just a little bit more rooted dirt here. There we go. Build down a little something like this. And we're basically just gonna brighten things up around here a little bit. Show our hitboxes too. See in the dark a little bit when it comes to certain mobs that we don't want anything to do with. Got some lava nearby as well. That's a zombie. That should light everything up plenty. One more up at the top for good measure. There we go. Hey, that's a much better aim in there. Big old lava lake, huh? Good chunk of moss. We're doing pretty good on torches. We got 26, 25 left. Copper helmet from that skeleton we shot. Oh, hey, and some diamonds. Neat. Bundles are still to go. Kinda hoping I can find a cave spider spawner as well to take advantage of. We got some diamond there too. Oh, go bridge for that here in a moment. First, let's go ahead and take a peek on up here. Rude. Third one. Yeah, with a cave spider spawner, we can farm string a lot easier while we are waiting to build a general hostile mob farm. Would be nice to find one in these depths. Yeah, my mistake. Getting a little sidetracked here, though, I will say. But it ain't the end of the world, so... Wow, we got a massive lava lake and a geode. We have found a very cool cave. Maybe I couldn't have found something like this earlier, but what's found is found. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Alright, let's go ahead and get a couple more torches here. And pick up some gold while we're down here too. Rude. I had a feeling they were going to want it a bit too close there. That's alright. Alright, and then otherwise we're pretty much good, so we'll go ahead and start packing away some of our extra stuff that we've gotten so far. Some place we don't care much about. And yeah, this should get us enough of a buffer with our lighting where we can just safely go out and mine some moss. And we can always come back to this cave, of course, too, later. Gotta do that for a while. Alright, let's go ahead and get... I guess I put it... Oh, there it is. I didn't know where I put it for a second there. 4 blocks. And we'll go ahead and pack up some of that. There we go. Alright. It's time for some moss. This is kind of thin on moss, unfortunately. Which is a bit of a shame, but... Again, let's just grab what we can and we'll kind of sort it out later, so... basically stripped it clean already, so a little lame. Be enough to help a little bit at least. That could probably be enough to get us started at least. And we'll try and dig out what we got up here in the ceiling. Take these glowberries back too. I don't need them for much, but I guess it's nice to have another decoration option or something, you know? Yeah. It's going, huh? Wish there was more, wish there was more moss. Jeez, you think I'd remember how to say anything? Oh, hey, that looks cool. Yeah, anyways, I wish there was more moss hanging around, you know? Where is that? It's an as flush of a lush cave as I would have preferred, but something is better than nothing for right now. Yep, should have seen that one coming. Ah, let go. Huh, there it is. Yeah, I should have probably have picked that up and brought that back with me. I don't know why I left it there. But that's alright. Regardless. Hey, see stuff hanging around here. A little bit extra gunpowder and all that. That's nice. Yeah. Then rip all this moss out. Alright, that's it. Being annoying now. I guess it's fine. We got a little bit extra slime out of it. I was gonna let him live because I wasn't really worried like going on for the extra time, but ended up being a butthead, so he had to die. Alright, let's go pull out our handy dandy shulker box. Actually loaded up on as much moss as we can carry for right now. So yeah, that should be fine. Good there. Put that away too. There we go. Alright, and we'll go ahead and head back through the nether portal at 0, 0. And go ahead and call this dropped off. Start building with it. This way. There on his part, he's dead now. Alright, should be able to pop on through. There we go. A little extra gunpowder out. It's always nice. Yep, 36 as well. Got about another hour and a half or so. closing in on 300 blocks away, and as it took for me to say that sentence, we actually already made it there, so, yeah, pretty fast way to travel, if I do say so. And I do. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and pop on back real quick. If you're safe, go ahead and go back to our base here real quick. Nice big wall and keep everything out. And we'll go ahead and sleep real quick. And let's go ahead and take some time to sort out our inventory problem. Clean up. Yep. Alright, let's put away whatever we can. Got some extra spider eyes, there we go. A little extra dirt. A little extra cobblestone. Alright. Those away. I'll have to have a chest just for my stuff, but for now we'll tuck it away in here. Alright, cool. We got our extra moss that we were looking for. That means we also get some extra cobblestone, because we are going to need this as well. Basically going to be building a big circle again. Grab our cobblestone first. Grab that, and we'll grab that. Basically what we're doing is we're tracing a cobblestone circle that we got here, and then we're going to fill in the empty space between the cobblestone and cobble deep slate with moss. And this is immediately going to piss me off because I don't know how high I need to do this at. Alright, so what we're standing on right now, and I need more torches because of course I do. Alright, let's back up a second here. Boom, sticks. Boom, pole, torches. There we go. Pack that away, pack that away. Boom, center point, right? We know this is the center point because we know that where we built this is 2 blocks away from the center with our scaffold. So 0, 1, 2. And then from here, we can go ahead and figure out our circle, which means I need to go ahead and pull up Aspirate again. Go ahead and get that loaded. And we will go ahead and build out a 47 block diameter circle. Let's go ahead and pull up Plot Spotter real quick. Slide that all the way to 47, 47, go to 2D. Takes 132 blocks, so we will have enough. Perfect. Righty. Right, starting from our center here, what we do is we go 4 blocks out, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we go 4 there. 2. 1, 2. 1. Go ahead and trim away the corners here. So it goes 5. So from our center it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2. And then it flips. So then we go 2, 1, 1, 2, 2. Wait a second. I don't know how to build circles apparently. Whoops. Got a little too stupid here. Alright, let's back up a second. 2. Yep. And that's where the flip happens. Then we go. Then a 2. 2. 4. Go 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 2, 2, 1, 2, and then it flips. Okay, so we got that one successfully built. Good. There we go. Then I'll go 4, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2. 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 4, 5. Yep, got that one down as well. Good. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ew. Shit. Yeah, a little bit annoying. Wait, hold on. Alright. We got 2, 1, 1, 2, 2. We fucked something up somewhere. Great. Alright. We're gonna ignore that side for now. We will go back to the other side that we know is correct and we'll try it again. So let's walk our circle all the way over. Let's go get this another try. So it's 4, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2. Go over like that. Fuck. Uh-oh. Okay, I could have tried to land on the hay bale, come on. Or done anything at all instead of just sat there and said, uh-oh. Like, come on. Alright, well, luckily we have full prot 4 with feather falling 4, so stuff like that happens, we should be okay. But I would prefer it if stuff like that didn't happen, so yeah, very not cool. Anyways, we'll take this opportunity to pick up some of the scraps we got left over. And yeah, you can see how it's kind of just fucked up here. So 4, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, and 4. Okay, so I see where I messed up there. But that's alright. We've almost got it done. Ain't nothing to worry about. Let's load up on a bit more cobblestone though. That'll be plenty. Perfect. And then of course we'll come through and pillar up on all this stuff as well. Actually, we're not necessarily going to pillar up from here. We're going to instead finish this and then we'll measure it out with moss because according to my calcs on Aspirate, it should be 16 blocks between the edge and the actual physical block there. And we can also fact check this as well too with our chords and our chunk chords in terms of how we're doing with our building. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Yep, perfect. There we go. Right. 1, 2, 5, 6. Okay, built out too far there. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 1, 1, 2. Yep. Alright, so that evens us out. So we officially have fully made circle, which is good. Got nothing to worry about here. You can line it up too, so you can see that we're physically 1 block away from the chunk border here, and so are we down there. And then we get to this side, we're 2 blocks away, yeah. Over here, we're a block away. Here, we're a block away there. This one evenly lines up with the chunk border, so that's good. Blocks away there. Hold up a second. Something ain't right. We fucked up somewhere again. Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 1, 1, 2. 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 4. Yeah, we built it right. Alright, let's pop on down there real quick. Yeah, we're definitely off a little bit. Freaked. Yeah, this should only be 1 block away, not 2, so we undercut something somewhere. Let's take a quick flight back on up there real quick. That's why we double check our work. Oh, I can see it here. So we did 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it was an off by 1 error. Got 4, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2. I know this is incredibly boring, but trust me, we gotta get this all done here. Then we don't have to do this again. Or at least not for a little while. Yep. Yep. Also means that we fucked up a little bit here, unfortunately. 5. Yep. Perfect. That one's definitely intact. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 5. Let's see how we have messed up this one a bit as well. It throws off here a little bit. Okay, now we should be all connected back up. So again, 1 block away there, all the way over here. See how we're doing. So you've got these 2 here. That goes up to 1, 2 blocks away, 3 blocks away. 1 block. Okay, now we're good. So now what we get to do is we get our moss. Go ahead and measure it out. 1. We're at 64 there. Alright, and then that's 15, and then this makes 16, so that's good. And then one of these sides should be a 16 as well. So one of them's 15. No, I'm misremembering there. Excuse me, that's not how that works. They should both be 15s, right? Yep, 15 and 15. Good. About this one. 15, great. This one should be 15 as well. Perfect. Alright, we're definitely good. Then we fill up this whole space with moss. Add everything. G. Yeah, this definitely is not going to be enough to finish all this, by the way, so breath on that. Close that out too. That should be like, yeah, we need, well, we totally do. We need more than like 4 times the moss. Shit. We're probably looking at least a shulker box's worth of moss and not 9 stacks that we're gonna need to get. moss completely. It's all gone. Crap. Oh, that didn't even get us a quarter of the way done with 9 stacks, so yeah, we're probably looking at well over a shulker box's worth of moss that we need to go. Which we can do, probably. Just gonna take some time. See how dark it's gonna get here, but we lit everything up, so that's alright. Let's go ahead and there we go. Go ahead and make an additional shulker box here real quick. Hop into our extra wood chest here. We'll make 2 more, why not? There we go. Okay. More boxes. Alright, now we just need to get our obsidian, flint, and steel. We'll keep our moss, and then we need some slabs as well. So I just use it all, don't worry. Oh, we still had a little bit left over. So we're going to use 4 moss blocks for the corners to denote that, we're dealing with our moss area, so that'll be good. Go ahead and sleep here. Here we go, on day 262. Come back and raise all that cobblestone to the ground as well at some point, but we ain't got to do that yet. Should also have additional iceberg materials to take. We'll just take a couple to keep it simple. Yep, there it is. Perfect. This will be our main 0-0 bridge that we have to stop at. Can't seem to hit that corner too well here at all. There we go. Alright. Brought 3 shulker boxes with us, so we should be able to get all the moss we need. Maybe not from this cave alone, but it'll at least help. There's that donut here, and then that'll probably be my main goal for today, since we've only got about an hour left, so done quite a lot today, I'd say. Pretty good. To go. Let's go ahead and get our book out. 159, 532. So we need to go positive Z. So we're going to start a different path inside of this portal. Alright, let's do some measuring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Perfect. That'll get us started on our next pass. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 5. And then you can kind of see it, but oh, I didn't realize I had my lights on the whole time. Whoops. See the kind of roundabout that we're going for here. Alright, and we need to build for our matching cords as well. So it'll probably... Alright, we need negative 20. Whoops. So actually don't even need to do it here. But we'll have it there, I guess, just to have. I guess how do I want to do this? I guess 1, 2, 3, 5. Get there. Do that, and then So 50 times 8 is 400. Right now this would get us to positive 400. And we need to get to 500. $61 times 8 is 480. We're out of packed dice for right now for the little one. I'm not going back for any more right now. I don't feel like it. We'll come back later too, so it's best not to worry about it right now. There we go, perfect. That'll do us good for now. Of course, we got the extra little bits we can go and use. Alright, and then let's see here. 532 divided by 8 is 66.5. We'll round that up to 67. So, yeah, that's fine. That's actually pretty much perfect. Go. There we go, perfect. Maybe just enough space for that, surprisingly. Alright, just to spawn a new portal somewhere in the overworld. That'll be useful. $532. We should be within about 10 blocks of it. You can see our torch down there, so cool. I'll leave it above ground just because I would rather have it be above ground since we'll inevitably have to fly around for a different one at some point. Up here. A little spooked for a second there. I didn't realize foxes made like the fucking Minecraft eating sound when they ate. Weirdos. Go. That'll sync back up. Step on back through. Hey, there we go. Very nice. Alright, let's go get some mods. If we can, that is. We seriously need quite a lot of it too, so can't skimp too hard here on a lot. I wish there were bigger deposits that weren't up in the ceiling. I feel like we really ought to... Wow. All the way up at the top there, at the very top left, it says Taiga. Good. Alright, well... we wouldn't happen to have any moss. Not up on the ceiling, would we? No. No, we would not. Bit unfortunate, but we can work with that. Some diamonds over there. You know, we got some in the ceiling, I guess we can get to, but knowing is what it is. I guess we can snag whatever's up there, so that should be fine. Yeah, that's okay. Alright. Well, we can go ahead and tunnel up there, see what we can get. Snag all this out in the meantime. At least this is a safe, well-lit area, so this will help. Fortunately, this looks like this is more of a superficial moss layer. It's basically only like a block thick, and it just acts as a kind of boundary between everything. It is very lame, if true. That appears to be the case. Dang. Get this down with us and take some time to light all this up. Yeah, we're gonna have to build a moss farm at some point. That'll probably be one of my bigger builds to do. We definitely ain't got a lot, and it's gonna take a while to get a lot. Just that little bit only got us 3 stacks of moss, so nothing too remarkable, just kind of there, I guess. Come on now. There were some denser pockets of it laying around, but alas, there are not. Definitely start getting into lava territory here, so we are going to unfortunately have to turn some of it into obsidian. There's just no way around it, frankly, as far as I'm concerned. Let it spill out over the edge, and then it should give us a bit of leeway. So you know what? It's going to be easier to just go to the nether and just like get a bunch of bone blocks and then go bombing up a bunch of them awesome place. Let's carve out this chunk that we got. Crap. Let's carve out this chunk that we just got. Go pick it all up. Got a skeleton walking nearby. It's just starting to rain where I'm at as well, so let's cool things down a little bit. Yeah, it's as much moss as we're getting from this area. It's just with it being up in the ceiling and it's not even like thick, it's literally not even worth it at all. I'll have better luck bone mealing it where I need it, so that's okay. These things do happen, but that bat just died down there, stupid bastard. Sucks that it's all in the ceiling though, you know? I really do wish it would have spawned on the ground a little bit more. Know where they came from. Weird. Not get too distracted. They're trying to. Yeah, follow this whole section out. Okay. Oh well. It's at 3 hours as well. So we're getting on up there. Time. Wow, some hostile mobs up here, so deep with the vehicle. Hopefully without the lag. Bye bye, zombie. Make it be that easy. Oh, anyways. Oh. We got 3,000 blocks to travel yet again. Although in the time it took for me to bitch about it, we've got 700, so yeah, quarter of the way there. But yeah, what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're going to pop on down into the actual nether. And all we're really trying to do is grab as many bone blocks we can get our hands on. That'll give me a good excuse to actually explore the nether a bit too with our elytra, and hopefully we'll be able to find a bastion so we can pick up a netherite template while we're at it. We haven't gotten one of those yet. That gives us an excuse later to actually go out and mine some netherite, so yeah. We'll get to that though at some point. Moment, go. Alright, down we go into the world. Actually, we couldn't get more moss though, but again, that's what we're working towards, so into the world. Not worth it. One gas. What the dude? What the fuck? He's on that X Games shit. He's just straight up cheap. Fucker. What the hell? Alright, can we pearl that? I think we can pearl that. Yeah, we make those. Nailed it. Alright, another dried gas. I think we came down here then. There. Kill these in quick. Take the pearls from it. Uh-oh. Hit two of them by accident. Where'd he go? Alright, we're all good. Definitely don't want to pick a fight with two of them. Even in Prat 4, they actually do hurt pretty quickly here if you let it build out, so it's best not to piss them off too hard. We really should go try and barter at some point with some of our leftover gold for Soul Speed 3, so we can put on the boots here. This biome a little bit easier at least. If we had a general like hostile mob farm, and you know we could just farm a bunch of bones from skeletons like that. We had a wither square. Okay. Really? Come on. If I can jump up anything, come on, man. What the hell? Yeah, we really need to get soul speed. This is gonna get pretty tedious after enough time, so. But we don't necessarily need it. Right. Incredible aim. You know? Yeah, we got plenty of bone blocks here. We'll just load up on as much as we can get a hold of. And another dried gas, that's good. They are kind of annoying to make, so actually just being able to find them at random on fossils is pretty nice. Large fossil there too. Get a good amount of bones from this. We're over a stack of bone blocks as well, so that is pretty good. Stack and a half, good. 3 stacks of bone blocks is a whole shulker box of bone meal, which should definitely be enough to get us all the moss we need, so yeah. I guess the question too is where to use it as well. I wonder if we should use it on a deep slate layer, I'm guessing, or... yeah, because we can't insta-mine deep slate, so we probably would rather use it on some of the deep slate bits to clean those up a little bit faster. Dried cast out the distance. Let's fossil over. Alright, cool. Got over 2 stacks now. Very nice. That'll probably be enough. Alright. Let's see if we can make a quick flight back. Alternatively, let's fly around a little bit here. We haven't been out into this area particularly long, so interested to see if we've got a bastion nearby. It looks like it's no, and we're running out of places to fly to within it, so... We need to go positive C as well, so we need to go back up if we can. But, you know, we ain't gotta do it yet. Okay, now we definitely do it. Go. This is my nether brick mining part, which means I know where I am now, so I'll be able to pop on through here, get through... Nope, wrong part, did take a turn. This is the turn I need to take, and then I think it's up and over. Yeah, that looks like it. Here we go. So take us back to our main path. I'd say we got nothing in here, but then everything spawned. We're gonna ignore that. We got 9 firework rockets now, so we are running low. We'll probably have to use some of our gunpowder reserves to make some more, but we don't have a whole lot of them left, so we do need to be a little careful. Once we get a gunpowder farm, then we can be willy-nilly with them, but until that happens, we do have to be a little conservative with what we got, so yeah. But in the meantime, let's just be happy we got our laws. In fact, let's check the wiki real quick, because the wiki will tell you what moss can replace. Also, the F3 menu does too. Wait a minute, why don't I just check that? Duh. Alright, check this out. And it says cobblestone with no other things. So we're looking for the tag that says moss replaceable, I think it was. Yep, moss replaceable. So you can see grass can be replaced by moss, but, you know. Looks like we can use dirt at least, so I guess we can go do that. Go ahead and pack up some of these extra bits in the meantime. Got some of that. Picked up some dirt. I should have another dirt box, right? Didn't I have a section up here? I did, yes. I had a section where I was storing extra dirt and grass. Perfect. Well, let's stick with what we got for now. This should be enough. And then cobbled deep slate shouldn't be something that'll be moss replaceable since it's cobbled. Elytra really doesn't, my world doesn't really like it when I do that, huh? Cobbled deep slate, yep, not seeing that tag. Perfect. Good. So, what that means we can do is we can place down a bunch of dirt and then bone meal the moss and get it to spread. A little bit easier. Let's go ahead and sleep real quick. We'll probably fill it all in first with dirt and then we'll bone meal the whole thing to get it all in the moss. And then we'll use our water bucket to flush away all the stuff on the top. That's what we'll do. We'll see. A hell of a lot longer without it. There we go, we got a quarter of it done. Finish that up and that'll get us to half. We do want to time 3:36 right now. So we are starting to wrap up here once we get this circle done, and then we get the cobblestone down there torn apart. There we go, so that'll get us to our halfway mark. And what we'll go ahead and do is get our bone meal back out. Start bone meal and everything. That's another thing that tends to happen too. Alright, there we go. Oh, this is too damn close to the edge here, fortunately. At least that's a little easy bit to clean up. There we go. Take some of our spare moss too and patch in some of the extra holes that we got laying around. Probably wiped away some of our torches doing that by accident, but that's okay. Almost definitely did. Our last bit of dirt before we gotta go pop it and get some more in that other chest. Officially halfway done with it, so pretty good. Here's our bed. There we go. Do is we'll place in as much dirt as we can, then we'll bone meal the rest in the moss that's up here, wipe it away, and then we'll go back and get the remaining dirt down at our base. Be down to our last stack. Yep. There we go. Go ahead and get our bone meal and start bone mealing all this out. Go. We still got a couple on the edges and stuff that we need to do, but For the most part, we got a lot of it. We're almost done with bone mealing for now. Glad I did this instead of just grinding a bunch of it in the lush cave, because this is definitely way faster. We still probably would even have like a full shulker box if we kept going, but that's all good. All right. It's the spot. That's all right. All right. Cool. Let's go ahead and carve up the dirt that we got sticking out here as well. Pick up whatever we can off the ground, since we can always compost this in the bone meal, or really we'll just save it for like decoration and stuff. I know we need azaleas for, or flowering azaleas specifically for a better honey farm, so we'll hold on to those for a while. And not to mention, they're just nice like decoration building blocks to have too. There's nothing wrong with that. Alright, cool. That got us most of the way there. So let's go ahead and dump everything back into the shulker and then pop down and get some more dirt and grass. And dirt. There we go. Pop on down. I think we knocked out a little bit too much of the lighting here. I'll give it though. But you can see there's still a lot of litter left to pick up all over the floor. Lighting is knocked out too, unfortunately, but that's an easy, quick fix, so ain't nothing to worry about there. That's here, my stuff, right? Here we go. Regular old bone can go in there. Pick up some more dirt. There we go. That out. So hopefully this will be enough dirt, because if not, then I'll have to start dipping into my grass, which is fine. You know, there's nothing wrong with that, but I like holding onto the grass for whatever reason, so let's hope we have enough. Go ahead and sleep real quick. And 3.5 hours as well. We're coming up on 4 p.m. here. Got about 10 more minutes. We'll stay a little later, of course. Nothing wrong with that. Alright, that gets us to 3/4. We got this last quarter left to do. And we're pretty much good. We get the bone meal, and then, yeah, we'll have it all. Here, we're definitely going to need some more lighting, though. maybe an eighth of it left here. Yeah, we should have definitely have enough dirt to get all this done, so that'll be nice. Nope, that back out. Oh, right now. There. This little strip left to do, then we just gotta bone meal. Good. Cool. So let's go ahead and dump all that away. Start the bone mealing process. Alright, cool. So we got that part done, and then we have this little chunk left that we have to do. Dip into our bone meal again, because we are almost out. Probably don't even need to, frankly. I think we just had enough. And I know like that's there, but we have extra bone meal, extra moss we can use, so that works out. Alright, perfect. Most of it there. Let's also make sure that we take some time to fix up our lighting as well on some of the edges. Whatever excess we got laying around. Cleans up everything. So, we got our whole itty bitty little moss there put in. Horse got out because of the water spill that we had. It's all still flowing down as well, so we'll let that kind of just do its thing. Right. Let's keep cleaning up everything. You back in the hole. Where is it? There it goes. That meantime, let's go ahead and put all this back away in here. Put the actual moss blocks away in here, so that way they're out of the way of each other. There. There we go. Alias can go in there. Moss carpet can go in there. Emptying those out. I'll put the spore blossoms there. Almost done. Very close. Forgot where I put my tough stuff too. Obsidian can go in there. Redstone. Cobblestone. And yeah, let's go ahead and put our tuff away. Wherever we had that. There it is. Let's go walk around a little bit to see how our lighting's doing. Oh, and let's also go ahead and break some of this too. Yep, perfect. Cut down as well. Hit F3 and B to show our hitboxes. We'll see if we can see anything up there. It looks good though. Cut all this away. This will take us some time, but it shouldn't take too long. Just like a minute or two there, we cut away a whole quarter of it, so pretty good. Still got more to cut, of course, but that's at least a good sign. Because we really only needed this at the start to have a little bit more defense, and then I'll also map out where the circle is going to go in general. So now that this is built, what we can do is we can build that one up there 50 blocks high, and then that'll complete the second layer. And then we would build the third one, which is that one, 50 blocks high, and then that would complete the final layer. We're still going to need moss, of course, to fill in like each of the different layers, so we're not done with the moss yet, but we got done with the big part of the moss, so that's good. Pretty freaking hungry, man. No, so I ain't too worried about it. Looks like we got something out on the other side of the wall. At least we did for a second there, because you could see its line of sight box, and you got that one, so yeah. Everything in here looks to be pretty well lit up too, so we shouldn't have to worry about any of that either. Go ahead and load all this back in the house real quick. gets us 3/4 of the way there, so that's good. The creeper fall from outside. Yeah, since none of that is sealed in with like actual blocks, technically stuff can fall in between the gaps and then like jump scare me, so we'll probably take a little bit of time to seal those off with some cobble deep slate. And yeah, that'll be good. But we're not doing that today because I am pretty much good after I mine all this out, so. At some point too, what we'll do is we'll come back through and we'll install like stained glass windows kind of going up on each of the cardinals. I think it'd be cool. And then we'll just kind of like go from there. So looks like we're pretty safe over there. Good. Light. Here we go. Yeah, you can see just the scale we're going to have to work with here. So this will be really good for us when we're building some of our farms. So I am really looking forward to being able to use all this space because there is a lot of it. Pop up here real quick. Barely anything spawned up here, or I guess it would have despawned by now. Kill this guy real fast. I want his gunpowder. There we go. That gets us to 5. And then we'll take just a little bit extra time and light up some of our center points here that we got going on. Not quite taller than the mountains yet, but we are actually pretty damn close, so when we build our 50 block layer of cobblestone, we'll be able to get that done. That'll be pretty cool. Yeah, just... What? Ah, it's an Enderman. I was about to say, the fuck just spawned down there. But no, just an Enderman. All good. Alright, let's go ahead and put in our 50 scaffolding as well that we have. There we go. So we know where to go for next time. And just hit F3, we should be able to see our light. So we're looking to see if our block light ever gets down to 0, and sure enough, it definitely does. Right, well, I guess we can take some time to light things up. Definitely does again. Let's focus on just keeping these good on the outside. So after we do the 4, it'll be the inner 3. Cool. Alright, that'll help get us a little bit of extra lighting. Alright, cool. We got a couple that dip down to like 2. They don't get to 0. Except for the part where they do, but I shouldn't worry about that. There. There. It'll be the one before it starts transitioning to 2s. Two, one, one, and then 2. It's like that, right? Yeah. Perfect. That'll give me a nice amount of lighting going all the way around. Taking a peek at our black light, looks like we're doing pretty well. We get down to a couple of 2s. Don't get lower than that. I think we're good. We got down to 2 there. By the time we dip down to 2, we physically get back up to basically get closer to other torches. So yeah, alright, so we've officially successfully lit all this up. That's good. We get that ready for next time, and then let me pull up the aspirate file that I have real quick because we should be able to do some really quick math to tell us how many blocks we're going to need. 132 per layer. So 132 times 50 is 6,600 divided by 64 is 103. So we need like 4 shulker boxes of cobblestone to have enough to build 50 blocks high again. So that's not too bad. We can definitely do that pretty quickly since we got this beacon. And that'll pretty much cover us. So we got everything else down there. Got a poppy down there for some reason. I think that Enderman placed it down. This is all lit up. This is all done. Got a first layer down, and only 2 more to go. And of course, we got all the cloud layer stuff too that we'll get to at some point, but that's a little different. Great. Ready to go. Oh, there he is. There we go. Sweet. We'll go ahead and just put down our boxes for next time. So that way we can denote what we really want. And we'll go ahead and organize some stuff real quick. There we go. Actually, we should have enough up here, don't we? Might be back later tonight too, since I feel like we can definitely get this knocked out. Oh, we already had the cobblestone. Oh yeah, dude, we're good. We can totally just get this knocked out, like later today. I have got to go eat and rest for a little bit, as it has been 4 hours, so yeah, we've been doing this for a little bit too long. But we got that for next time, and we'll have enough dirt, bone meal, and moss to get the other layer of it done. And we can finally start building stuff in here too, pretty soon. So yeah, that's going to do it for me today here on day 267. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see y'all again next time. Bye-bye!